How you doing there, Mustang fans? I tried to post this video a couple weeks ago, but for some reason didn't have any sound. So I'll try it again. It's your buddy Pete here, riding around in my 2016 Mustang GT. At the 1964 convertible sitting next to me. You know, the bicycle sitting next to it, which I'll talk about that in an upcoming video. But this video I wanted to talk about was I had actually given a gift to myself over Christmas. I bought myself some BMR adjustable anti-sway bars through Terry Reeves at Team Beefcake. Was one of those holiday special deals, and got a good deal on that. And so special shout out to Terry Reeves and his fantastic support over the course of the last few years. He's also the one that hooked me up with my Paxton Supercharger and all my tunes and all that stuff, and has been a great resource, especially since he's not just a guy that sells the stuff, but he's a guy that actually races the stuff that he sells. And he's actually been in some magazines and stuff. There's a good article about him recently in a magazine about his car. Anyway, so I wanted to talk about those BMR anti-sway bars, and the Ford dealership put a bid for me, a little bit more money than I've been quoted with other people, but you know, the car was going in for an oil change, so I just went ahead and said go ahead and put those on, and they did it for me. I asked that they be actually slotted in the middle position. There's 3 holes on those sway bars. The farthest position out towards the end of the link is the softest position, and of course the one closest to the curve in the sway bar is the hardest position, or the stiffest position. And they put it in the stiffest position. So fantastic for my on-ramp speeds, my turns. Car handles fantastic. Car stays flat. You know, the 2015, 16 Mustangs, I think 17s too, had some and you know, body roll issues that a lot of people were always complaining about. You know, of course, it's always a compromise. Even though I had a track pack, it still had a lot of body roll. And these BMR sway bars, anti-sway bars, just eliminated all that, and the car just stays laser flat. I do want to go back in there though, because I definitely want to soften them up, because the car is stiffer going down the road. I mean, the car's already lowered. I have those CJ Pony springs, or I don't know, they said they were name brand, but they had the CJ Pony name on them. But I like the fact that they're an 1.5-inch drop on the front and an inch on the back, and I've talked about that before, which are already pretty stiff. But then to put these sway bars on there, you know, that you do get a lot of this, the jostling back and forth, especially on city streets. So I definitely want to soften those up a little bit. I'm going to go to at least the middle, if not all the way to the softest point, and see how much of a difference that makes. But of course that means you have to get the car off the ground, get both wheels off at the same time. You can't do one at a time. You have to do whole front or whole rear, get them off the ground in order to be able to do that. So just haven't had time to do that. So anyways, definitely thumbs up on the BMR sway bars. They're a little bit less money than some of the others like Ibach and whatever. And I went ahead and bought, I think they're gray, the hammered gray, powder coated. I'm not a big fan for bright red underpinnings. I think that just kind of stands out a little too much, but no, the gray ones, they you know, they look great. Built nice, beautiful clamps, so anyways, that's the end of my story. So stay tuned. Soon, I keep saying that, but soon I'm going to be talking about my 1964.5 Mustang convertible. A little highlight on that is that it's been in my family since '66, so it has a nice history. The entire history of the car I actually have in my possession. It went from my grandmother to my dad, and then to me. My dad actually bought it for my grandmother back in '66 with only like 1,500 miles on it or something like that, and she drove it for a long time, so I bought it from the original owner. So anyways, great story on that car, and I look forward to sharing that with all of you. So anyways, thanks for watching.